Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Cool Talk Live, brought to you by Brown's Heating and Air, with your host, Brandon Brown.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy fall. September 22nd. It is first day of fall, and we're bringing it in here in Central Virginia in fall fashion with pouring down rain. We haven't had since, I think, June.
That's how we do it.
It's just crazy how the world knows. Boom, it's fall, and the earth.
We were going for a walk, and we both said, Laura and I, we both said that when fall hits, it will have about a week of like 60 degrees.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden it's going to drop and be like 36 degrees for the rest of the season,
and just go to winter.
That's it.
I saw a picture the other day. It says we are here in Virginia. You have summer.
Yeah.
Fall or a fake fall, then second summer, then third fall, and then we're on our third fall now.
We have 3 days of really, really nice fall weather.
And then boom.
That's
winter,
it. And it's done. Hits. It's over.
I'm ready for fall, though. We've had a good summer, and it's weird how it works. I talked to a buddy of mine who owns a heating and air company in Memphis yesterday, and he was telling me how their summer actually just took forever to get started this year. Like, it felt like it was July before they were actually hit. And it's just Memphis. I mean, I know it's about 12 hours from us, but, it's just a state away, other state. And he's like, our summer was really slow getting started.
Yeah.
And now it's already winding down for them as well. It's getting colder. And I said, we've had probably the hottest summer we've had ever.
My gosh. Maybe with all the daylight saving times and all saving leap years and everything else, maybe we have reset the seasonal clock. Nature's seasonal clock. Because maybe summer, because you remember being in school, right?
Oh yeah.
Like you remember, May or June. It was getting hot, and there were sometimes the ACs wouldn't work in the school, and half the schools didn't have AC at the time.
Yep.
And the windows, and they would actually let you out because it was so hot. But now, like you said, it really didn't hit until July, August.
Yeah.
And then it got intense hot.
I think we were warm in June, but it wasn't.
I don't remember it being crazy.
No, July and August was scorching.
Yeah, August was as hot. It's the hottest I've ever remembered August being.
Yeah, and I'm normally the let the summer go as long as it can.
Yeah.
Because I own a heat and air business, so air conditioning system season is the best season. But after this summer and the heat, I'm ready for fall.
Yeah.
I'm all right with the change. Let's go on and move forward And so it's finally. I think it's going to be nice after the day. Sunny, like I said, in 70s the next several days, and then get back up in the 80s for a couple of days. But I think summer's over.
There we go.
But I'm ready. I like the fall festivals and everything leading up to Halloween, going to the pumpkin patches with the kids and the orchards and all. So we got a field trip next Thursday with our son who's in kindergarten to the orchard, and that's always fun.
Nice.
So, happy fall, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on Cool Talk. Hopefully you've been, if you're not on grovestreet.fm, also check all your podcast applications on your Android and Apple phone, Spotify, search Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air. But also go on grovestreet.fm and search all the podcasts, what he does here. There's a ton of podcasts. There's a ton of live shows. And all of them are a little similar, but they're different. And there's a lot of differences, but they're all real good.
You know what was fun? Centerfest was this past weekend.
Oh yeah,
and I had people stopping me that I sad to say I didn't know a whole lot of them, but they listened to the podcast here.
Did you have a shirt on with Watts? Anything on?
I did. I had a collared shirt on. Maybe that was why.
Did it have Watts Creative shirt? I mean, but they recognized Watts Creative Studio.
Did. Yeah, they stopped and they were like, "Oh, listen to the shows, listen to this show, or listen to that show," and that was really
that's awesome.
It's fantastic, and it's. Each one, though, it's funny because, some people listen to all of them, which is nice. That's super flattering. But it's funny because different people have different flavors, you know? And it's just like, oh, we love, and a couple of them were Cool Talk. A couple of them were like, oh, we listen to Cool Talk. We love listening to Brandon.
Great.
And the Disney trips. And then I had another one listen to, so it's just, it's really
Check them all out. Check them all out. They're great. Everybody that's doing the podcast here are local. They're small business owners, nothing commercial. we all try to help each other build our businesses that they support. There's a couple groups that podcast and talk shows that are actually host, like they're like organizations like the Chamber and Central Virginia Business Coalition who speak for a ton of businesses. Exactly. And I'm part of their groups. And but also there's you can listen to GroveStreet.fm free anywhere you're at, and they have in Woody rotates a live if we're not live, the previous recorded shows, there's music, there's different things, so it's really cool to get into no matter where you're at in the country. Download to visit that, download our podcast and keep up. It's always good information, especially if you're here in Central Virginia. We try to keep updated with the events and what local businesses are doing to shop local, especially this time, with a lot of restrictions and COVID stuff going around. A lot of small businesses, have been hurt the last couple of years really bad. So if they're surviving now, they're doing something right because they've got the reputation and the customer support to keep growing, and we don't want to see anybody go out of business. So check it out. Woody also has a radio station, Woody's Radio. If you look on the App Store, you can download it. It's got the WR on it. Me and my son listen to it every night. I'm always texting Woody because it's Christmas year round from 9 to 10 o'clock at night. And that's about the time we go to bed. We've
kept just about all the theme music on there. The Disney theme park. I need to enable the Halloween theme music now.
Yeah, there is some Halloween ones in there. It'll go from Halloween, but I love it because it's and most of the music is stuff you would hear. Like we'll be laying going to sleep, and you can just hear the music and just picture yourself walking through Magic Kingdom, because it sounds like the music coming from the speakers when you're walking through Magic Kingdom. Like it's a lot of movie theme songs, but it's also a lot of Disney actual music you'll hear in the theme park.
Yep.
So it's a free app.
Yep.
Your kids will love it. If you're looking for music for them, or if you're a Disney fanatic, download Woody's Radio on App Store. Is it on Android too? I think it is
on everything. Yep.
That's on everything.
And you can actually go to, I think, woodysroundup.com. And if you have any questions, we have the links on there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's free. We listen. My son's always like, all right, time to go to bed and listen to radio.
That's awesome.
We lay in the bed but he's asleep within the first 10 minutes, but I just listen. I just like hearing the Christmas and all the stuff. Halloween, then there's a lot of ride music, so it's pretty cool to have that and feel like we're visiting Disney every night.
Yep, that was the idea, and that's so nice to hear.
Then you can go to bed dreaming good dreams of
that's
Disney.
That's right.
Then you wake up and you're not at Disney, and then you're pissed off. You're
and then you get to that Disney depression. It's real. It is real. Like we're going through it right now. Because we were supposed to go at the beginning of this month. And just work was crazy, and we said, all right, let's push it to the plus it was super hot.
Yeah.
And so we were like, well, we kind of like going in the fall and with a little bite in the air, and it never really gets that way in Florida, but the end of November, December is about as close as you'll get. And so we bumped our trip, but now we are going through some withdrawals because we were going to be there. I mean, we would have been there at the beginning of the month, but we are.
So you're going down in November?
Hey, end of November, but I know it. I don't know if I can wait that long.
Yeah, I think Central Virginia, Heather's group is going sometime in October.
Yeah. I might have to just hide in y'all's luggage or something.
I don't think, we're not going. I don't have any, I need to go on and plan our trip.
Yep.
We haven't been, we were there the actual last day last year that they were open before they shut down for COVID.
That's right, in May, right?
Yeah, we were in May of last year, and we got down there and they announced the shutdown, so we got to go to SeaWorld and Magic Kingdom one day of the rest of the week we just stayed at the house and swam in the pool and didn't know if the world was ending, but we're still here.
Kind of felt like it was, didn't it?
It did. It was just like, what is happening? Because that was when then everybody started buying paper towels and toilet paper.
It was like a month there. It was just weird. And then all of a sudden, it's just like anything, though. Just like I think I gave it about 6 months. I was like, about 6 months, people would get tired.
They're going to have to.
I mean, it could literally be a zombie apocalypse, and people would still get tired of that.
Yeah, they're going shopping.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
We're going to take a zombie with me. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all just big kids. That's all it is. We don't want to be told what to do.
After so much time, I get crazy. I can't stay locked up.
No.
I've got to go. So, well, we had, first day of fall. Oh, it was a big week. I turned 40 Friday.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah. I'm still here. I don't have to.
You're in the club.
I'm in the club. Got my nursing home booked. That was a great weekend. My wife actually surprised me. We had a family dinner Friday at Crown Sterling, which was awesome. And she did tell me beginning of the week, she's like, "Hey, we are doing something Saturday, but I'm not gonna tell you what because we had to take the kids to the parents." And so I was fine. I was like, "Yeah, me and her going to go do stuff." And I hadn't heard much from several of my friends who are always usually texting wanting to do things, but they did have plans which were normal plans. That one of my buddy Joey, he fishes for every weekend for tournaments, and he's like, "Yeah, we're fishing." And his wife had an event, and another one of our friend Tiffany, her mom actually shares birthday with me same day, and she was turning 70. So they were like, "Yeah, we're having a big party for her Saturday." So I, fine. I didn't expect nothing, but we're at home getting ready to leave. The kids were at the parents, and I look out as we're leaving, and here comes this, like limo bus pulling up. I'm like, "What in the world
is happening?"
And here come, about 10 of our friends that are close friends jumping out the bus. I'm like, surprise!
Oh man, that's so fun.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Makes you forget about being old, right?
It does. We loaded up and hit several of the little wineries and breweries on 151 and had a full day of just hanging out, watching some football, and trying some different breweries and it was a blast. It was a blast. She got me, so it was definitely an awesome gift.
Good.
And a great surprise. Turning 40, and I was depressed. I was still in my first week depression.
Yep.
I think I'm still trying to figure out if this is good or not.
Hey, speaking from experience, it takes a little while to shake it. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not the first one to tell me that either.
I
had another buddy's like, dude, he's like, it took me a good 2 weeks to get over my, the depression of it. I'm like, that's what my buddy Woody told me too. I'm like, golly. So, but it was good. It was a good day. The weather was perfect. If you're in Central Virginia looking for, it's so many places you can go.
Gosh.
Amherst and Nelson have them now. 151. I mean, you can spend all day and not hit them all. So if you like doing the different breweries and foods and wines and stuff, especially this fall when the leaves start changing, it's beautiful up there. I do recommend doing that. And even if you don't drink, you can go visit them. They've got regular drinks you can try and have, and foods that they make, and different barbecues. It's really nice to just go up and down that parkway, and especially when the leaves are going to change. It's nice.
You remember back in the day, that was no man's land.
Oh yeah,
man. You would go to Charlottesville and you would go through there, and it's like, man, there's nothing here. Now it is because I went to high school up there at Nelson. It was just like there was nothing to do.
It was just an ice cream place right there.
That was it.
And they're closed now.
They're not even open. Yeah, you can go to Wintergreen, but other than that, it was like nothing. And then now it's like every time you go through there, like this is just amazing. It's amazing that we're that close to. Some just awesome stuff.
Yeah, there's one really nice one that's brand new in Amherst. If you get out there, and you would like this because you like the rustic, thing, like your studio here. Mm-hmm. Don't change nothing.
Yeah,
you just you brought it to life. Yep. Well, if you ever go there and go to Trapezium, in Amherst, it's right at the railroad tracks where there used to be a mill where they would bring in all the wheat and the corn and stuff, and they would have they have all the chutes. Well, they didn't change anything. You walk in the mill, they added the seating in the bar, and they have awesome flatbread pizzas and wings and hummus and salads and everything that's on the menu that's vegetable wise. They grow on their farm. It's all fresh, but you're sitting inside the mill. So if you look up Trapezium Mill in Amherst, it'll tell you about it, but it's so awesome to walk in. You're walking in this huge, wood barn that's been there for years, and they still have the chutes in the middle where it used to, I guess, drop the corn and the wheat or whatever through the chutes, and they're still there, and you're sitting inside of it, so you're kind of in history.
That's so awesome. That's so cool.
They didn't change anything. They just added a bathroom, added this stuff in a kitchen, but I love places like that.
That's it. That's how you do it. That's
you just get to feel the history of it. They've got a lot of pictures and different facts about the building hanging up. So it's a good little place to just go for lunch. I mean, it's right in Amherst, so it's not hard to get to. Great food. Great. They did have their own beer, which was really good. They have several different selections. But definitely check that out. I like those places that definitely keep the.
And I think the guy that the head guy that did Trapezium,
yeah,
he's associated with Beals up here. He's got a couple other places, and he has a knack for that, a knack for taking looking at the building and not changing it too much. Like, I mean, just like you said, kind of keeping the character where it's not going to stand out, but I just love that. That's why here, like, I didn't really want to do a whole lot because
I like you want to keep that feel, right. and I think that brings a lot of people in because you don't get that commercial feel, you don't get the the newness feel. I like sitting in something and you're like, man, can you believe they used to have this building and what they did in it? It's a lot of good history. Yep. I was trying to find on their website. They do have a nice website too, trapeziumbrewing.com. Has the picture of the building and all that. It's really neat. And you can take your pet. They had people in there with their dogs and sitting down eating. They have great food. So places like that, we'd like to support as well. So if you're in Central Virginia looking to do a little visit, it's definitely family friendly. You can go there, go to the filling station in Amherst and eat. They got good burgers and different things, and especially up 151. So that was a fun day.
That's awesome.
So I forgot about being 40 for about 8-10 hours. Hang out with all my friends, and half of them were already 40. They were already 40 or over. So I didn't, I felt right in place. I won't depress too long.
Not too long.
Not till the day after. I'm like, daggone, now I'm 40 in one day.
That's it. You got to surround yourself with some good people. They'll make you forget it.
Yeah. My buddy Joey said, look, you're only 15 years away from a midlife crisis if we're going to live to 115 anyway. I'm like,
that's right. Yeah.
Or 110. I'm like, yeah, we can do that. Let's wait to 55 and have a breakdown.
There you go.
Also, little heating and air. Fall is here. So want to remind everybody again, like last week, get your maintenance lined up. We've had a lot of people call in the last few weeks and line up their fall maintenance, get your systems cleaned. Also is a great time. A lot of people think, spring and fall, we're in between seasons. Let's not do anything to our house, no our heating and air. But now's a perfect time if you're thinking about upgrading to do it. Do it while companies are kind of slowing down a little bit, while stock's starting to build back up a little bit because it is getting harder to find different supplies and equipment. We have 0% financing up to 72 months, which is huge. I mean, especially with a big investment. So you can ask about our financing. You can apply for financing and see all that too on our website, brownsheatingair.com. We have that all on there with the financing. We're a trained dealer, so it's got a lot of information on there and pictures of jobs. But it is a good time of season, especially when you're slowing down. A lot of people forget about it. They open the windows. I know that's great. Fresh. Cleaning out your house, let it air out. But just remember as well, that means winter is definitely right around the corner. So don't wait for your system to leave you hanging before you realize you need it. So we do free estimates as well. If you just need to know what to budget for one, give us a call. We'll come out, do a free estimate, give you a full proposal. And that way, if you're trying to save or finance, or you just have the money in savings, you'll know what you got to budget. So when it does, leave you broke or hanging, what it's going to cost. But we always try to suggest to people do that in spring and fall before summer hits, before winter hits.
Yep.
And your electric bill is going to thank you too. And you're going to be happy with that, with the efficiency. And a lot of people ask, what do we get a lot of people calling, this company or this company's pricing this, what efficiency. It's definitely worth the investment going up in efficiency if you can do it. The 14 SEER is our legally based minimum in Virginia. But if you can get up 16, 17, 18 SEER, it's worth the investment. And the reason I say that is if you remember back a long time ago in the car, like your car, you only had, when you turn your heater air on, off, low, medium, high. You had 3 speeds.
Yep.
You either had to cut it all the way up or cut it all the way down, and it was off and on. Now you get in a vehicle, you've got like 10 air speeds. You can hit the button up.
You do it to a percentage.
And it's a variable speed.
Yeah.
And what they've come to study and realize is It's easier on your alternator and your batteries and your car, and you're better on your gas mileage if we can come up with a variable speed type cooling system or heating for cars. So the more, if you go from high to off every time you get hot or cold in a car, it pulls a lot more voltage and amps on you and wears your system down. Same thing with a heating and air system for your home. The 14, like the lower Sears, would just have one setting. When you cut it on, need air, you can only have low, medium, or high. So it goes straight up to that high speed, and it uses more amps and load on your system getting up to that speed and then stopping. So if you can invest a little more into a variable speed that's like in these newer vehicles, that's how a motor works in these air handlers. They ramp up slowly, and then they get to that setting, and then when you cut it off, it slowly comes back down. Now what that does is it uses less voltage, less amps, less load on your air condition, so your electric, it's actually better for your electric bill. And a lot of people say, well, if it's running longer or running more, it's actually going to use more energy, which is not true in a variable speed, more efficient setting, because you're running longer at a lower amp rating instead of pulling a lot more amps starting and stopping. And then you're shortening the life of your motors and your compressors and your system. So definitely it's worth the investment. And I tell people, especially in this area, if you're in Central Virginia, our winters are, we can have a cold winter, can have a hot summer. 16 to 18 SEER range here is really good. I think you get your money back quicker through the life of the system. I think it pays for itself quicker if you're going to be in the same house for a long time. I think we did 15 or 16 SEER on your upstairs system.
Yeah, it's consistently better. Like it's like a just a more solid feeling. But our electric bill is cheaper too.
Yeah.
Like really, because that one, especially the upstairs unit in the attic, it was struggling. Like it was to keep up, and like you said, start stop, and then but not this one. It's just
yeah.
If you're thinking about it, just do it. Like because I did. I was the one that was like, I don't know if I should.
Yeah.
And then I just wish I'd have done it 2 years ago. So.
That's right. Yeah, and they had me when I went to class, started learning about variable speed. I was the same way. I was questioning, like, no, there's no way. And actually, the higher SEER you go, some of those units, the actual fans never cut off on the inside unit. They run when it satisfies. They go down to a low speed and stay running because it actually pulls more out of your system to put stop a motor. Your amps go up. You ever put the amp on? Yeah, and it wears it down. And it's actually better for motors and more efficient for your house to keep airflow moving, so that when you do need the heat or the cold, it's there instantly. And it's more efficient on your home. And a lot of people, we go and have to explain to people. A lot of people say, well, when I go to bed or I go to work, I cut the thing about off. And then when I get home, I cut it back on. I'm like, that's actually worse for your system because, especially in the summer, if you cut it up, hotter, your humidity builds. Your system's going to run 5 times harder to get the humidity out and then cool. And by the time you get the house cool, you're leaving for work, cutting it off again. You're actually worse for your system, worse on your house, worse on your electric bill for that kind of setup. So definitely don't, when you program a thermostat, don't do a wide range. People they say I'm crazy. Oh, your electric bill's gonna be through the roof because even through the hottest summer, mine stays at 68.
Yeah.
And once your house is 68 and you're insulated good, my system's not going to work any harder maintaining 68 than it will 74 because it's already gotten the house where it needs to be at 68. So you're not overworking your system. Now you do have to realize older systems, is the hotter it is or colder, some of them cannot maintain that temperature you want. So it will run nonstop, and it is not good for your system. So having the right system, sizing the right system for your house, insulating, that's another thing you can check. Check your windows when your air comes on. Feel around it. If you feel a lot of cold air in the winter coming in or hot air in the summer, your windows may need resealing. You can check that. You may need more insulation in your attic. A lot of houses don't have attic exhaust fans, especially in the summer. We get people to add them a lot of times, and that just makes a world of difference on the heat, pulling the heat out of their second level in their house and cooling and heating. Just small things like that are things you need to check on, especially in the fall when you do have time to do your fall cleaning and you're airing your house out, just, check the seals of your windows, check your insulation, get your system clean. And it's also smoke detector awareness month coming in October. Make sure you're changing the batteries and all of that for your smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, because people are going to start firing up gas logs and stuff, and you definitely do not want to have a malfunction in your gas system and your detector's not working.
We actually had that happen 3-4 years ago. The gas logs, they were working, and then one night we went to sleep, and we woke up and there was black soot everywhere. Like it looked like there was a fire downstairs, right? Lord. And then we were like, what in the world? Like, and then so we kept trying, and then that's exactly what happened. The lines had gotten dusty and clogged, and it was something that you would never ever think to do.
Yeah.
And then so just to tell you the consequences of that, it went all the way upstairs, so we had to repaint the whole house. I'm molding walls, everything. Like I mean, so it was just like a fire going through, but just soot from the gas, and it took one night. So get them checked.
Yes. Get them checked. Get your systems clean.
And carbon monoxide, we did not have those. I didn't have the dual setup. Now I have 2 of them, the smart ones that monitor and everything. So
yeah, you got to have that monitor because that's they call it the silent killer because you can't smell it. You're supposed to now. They add a chemical to gas so you can smell it. But if you're sleeping, sometimes it won't wake you up. It can be suffocating.
Yeah.
So get the detectors checked, or if they're over 7 years, get them replaced. I think it's 7-8 years is just the lifespan on smoke detectors and carbon monoxide. Go on and replace them. They're really affordable at Lowe's. And I think that's about it today. Happy fall, everybody.
Yeah, we got a good one.
Hey, check us out, grovestreet.fm, all the podcasts, and check out Cool Talk. We got about 35 episodes now on there. Go back and listen to them. We'll see you next Wednesday.